Welcome to Darlington Raceway, the Southern 500.
This is a race drivers put in the category of bucket list wins.
The weather is absolutely perfect, and the fans have turned out.
Who can become the next tamer of Darlington? They see the green flag going up in the air. We're underway with the running of the Bojangles Southern 500. Side by side, they race as the green flag falls, heading into turn number one, just like that.
I think it's the most physically grueling racetrack that we have and race that we have all year.
Tough on equipment. I can tell you that we are always worried about making 500 miles around here. It ends up, tearing up the car and tearing up the body.
This race drains you like no other.
Hamlin pulls to the inside in this battle for second.
But when they come down to the line, Truex indeed will hold off Denny Hamlin.
When there was daylight on the racetrack, we weren't as good. We definitely trended to the freer side. The car was a handful, but we still noticed that our car was extremely strong on the longer runs.
I just get loose, really loose. Got a couple rounds on the left right here, as well as a little bit of air, so should be a little bit better.
I think a lot of guys are fighting the same kind of balance issues, but we actually probably worked on it the most we have all year.
Again, the battle for second heats up. Hamlin is all over the back bumper of Martin Truex Jr.
Here they come now, racing back to the green checkered flag. Truex down to the inside. He gives a run to Kyle Larson, and again, Martin Truex Jr. has picked up the stage win.
Side by side coming down pit road. It's going to be, looks like Denny Hamlin by inches over Martin Truex Jr.
I think the reasons we came out on pit road first like 2 or 3 times is really from the pit crew. I can tell when they're in rhythm. I challenged them before the day started. I saw them. I said, how about if we have 12 stops, give me 10 below 11.5, and they met that challenge. And it's great to have a pit crew that you can challenge and they can step up their game each and every time you hit the pit road.
Back to the green flag, it's Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin gets the jump into turn number one. He'll slide up across the nose of Truex. Hamlin to the lead.
Truex with a lead of 2 seconds now over Denny Hamlin.
Trouble in turn number two. One car spinning around, and there goes that nice, easy run to the green and white checkered flag for Martin Truex Jr.
For the 17th time this season, stage winner, MTJ.
Green flag out once again on the break. It is Denny Hamlin. He's down on the low side of the racetrack, passes his teammate and heads to turn one.
Denny, he's actually one of the better drivers out there as far as managing his tires and equipment, and sets a car up around that. But we were ready for guys to short pit us around, 295, 300, which they did.
41's your first one of the top four. 78 coming this time, 78 coming. Keep working, bud, going by the math. All these guys have tires.
We're trying to calculate what kind of lap time I need to run to split the stage up into 2 different segments. What you don't plan for is getting passed over and over and over by all these lap cars on fresher tires. But I did a really good job, I thought, of maintaining the lap time that I needed to make it work.
I think the 11 cars staying out this long is really pushing it. They're going to lose so much time to these leaders that have already pitted and got those fresh tires. They're staying out there awful long, I think.
We're down to 58 laps to go, waiting to see when Denny Hamlin will come in.
It's this time.
Denny Hamlin applies the brakes, downshifts, makes the left-hand turn. He is on pit road. Oh, and he overshoots the pit.
Stay out, you missed it, stay out.
I tried to shortcut the corner, but when I did that, I got stuff all over my tires. I wasn't gonna make pit road speed, and then I was gonna nail the end of the wall, and so I was like, this is just, everything was bad was happening right there. The race was flashing before my eyes.
Seeing him give up 10 seconds, basically stopping on the racetrack under green, I knew giving up 10 seconds was hard to make up.
Right now, Denny, 11 seconds behind the race leader, Martin Truex Jr.
As every couple laps clicked off, I could tell the 78 was slowing down. Our gap from him to us was dwindling. It gave us hope for sure.
Denny Hamlin's charge continues. He's running in the second spot, less than 6 seconds behind Martin Truex.
Keep up this pace, you win by 2 seconds. Focus.
This is going to be an amazing story if Denny Hamlin catches these guys because he was so far back.
Hamlin having a little bit of trouble with the lap traffic. He still can't get by Castle off turn 2.
And he's going to hit him. Contact.
I was fighting for every inch that I could. We were inside 5 or 6 laps to go. Any lap car that was getting in my way I was not going to have any of it.
And the gap back to Denny Hamlin continuing to shrink.
Showtime at Darlington with 3 laps to go. Here comes Hamlin. He's within a car length now on the back straightaway.
Here's Hamlin. Truex is in the wall.
Clear, all clear. We're all good.
He was already smoking. I saw the smoke coming out of his car with 5 laps to go. So I saw blood in the water, just made me push a little bit harder and made him push a little bit too much over the edge.
Denny Hamlin, a remarkable comeback, 1 to go.
We'll not get to you.
Denny Hamlin has won the Bojangles Southern 500.
How about that? Hell yeah!
The Southern 500 is always special, but to win it in this shape and fashion, it just means more. It's just a storybook weekend that I'll never forget.